It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the San Francisco 49ers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Play set. Wide 20. Check 59.
Sony Michel, his first carry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Bang, 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 bang.
Brady gives to Michel. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Check.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Regular.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. And incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 56. Hold 50. When he hit. Regular.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play, and 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20.
Check.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
11. Go. 21. Come on, D.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Here we go. Like 20.
Check.
12, fellas, here we go.
He's checking.
Pilot, 64, weak. Say hut.
On second down now, it's Coleman. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here we go.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
I got you.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Patriots take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Wait, 10. Wait, 20.
Mike's 56.
We get your head.
Yo, check.
Ball bandit.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Switch.
Shadow.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
48-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Nice, sweetheart.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Brady. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go. 80. 13. 80 weapons.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey, watch it. He's coming.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
21. Hey, high 7. Watch Mike. Hey, gun. 52, Mike 52. Down to lose 1.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This is Coleman. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
I got this. 52, Mike 52. Bring it. 12.
From the 31, Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Goodwin. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Who's off 4th? You got tight right there. 11. Stay hot. Watch safety creeping. 22 jet bomber. Check. Watch the safety creep. 12.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down the middle. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily The coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here's White. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Wait, that's wide, 86. Right there, 56. Watch the run. Cover.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now Brady. He completes it right side to White. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. The 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Brady again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Benjamin Watson there to make the grab. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Still a few inches short of the first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Just like that. Just like that.
They'll run it with Coleman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as it guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet, they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, gun. 65. Hey, Alpha.
52.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Charlie.
Oh, here we go. Oh, 44.
And the blitz does come. Got his target, Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, San Francisco.
Here we go. 180. Clock.
Get off the field. Let's get off the field.
I got you.
Block 52. 52's the mic. Who that? Check 52.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, gun.
Banjo.
Garoppolo again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
Second and 11 at the Niners' 46-yard line.
Wait, 20.
56 is the mic. Gotta do better.
Hey, 66. Hey, Delta. Hey, Alabama.
On second and 11 now. Brady. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D. Ford, what persistence, and that persistence pays off. Tracks him down for a 19-yard loss. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Check 52. Regular. Waiting hit. Alert.
To throw, it's Brady. And the pressure gets to him again. D. Ford able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Hey, seam 6.
From the gun, Brady. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nick Bosa, the offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll return it from the 6. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Coleman. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
11.
You can't block me.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here we go.
Garoppolo, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Hey, echo.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Check the out.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. 18 yards, first down Niners. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Bravo! Black! I got them.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
They begin with Michel on the ground. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Then he'll take this back down inside the 20. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I got them. Where's 52?
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Hey, gun.
Defense wins championships, baby.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady going to throw here. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, Michel. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And it's Michel once again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Wait, 53! 56!
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Check it!
56!
Check it!
56!
Hey, let's get this.
380 hit! All right, here we go. Alert!
Brady to throw. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
And there's an example of not taking your practice work, your drill work, and turning it into game speed. You work on that all the time. 3rd and long, you want to let them make the catch, rally to the football, tackle them short of the sticks. The pursuit there, not that great.
Yeah, not great. That may be an understatement. That turned into a big play. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Brady going to look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brings up 3rd down. Tonight's final score.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium.